Dear Aries, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new, welcome. Thank you for coming. This is a general reading for your sign for the month of July. I'll give you a brief astrological overview. It's just a few things, not everything, but it will help you with, possibly to approach a few of the alignments that are coming up. So first of all, we have a new moon in Cancer. This will be at 18 degrees on the 10th of July. Cancer is at an angle to Aries, so it will be a stimulating one, I'm sure. And the sun is only 1 degree away, so that will be lending the sun's power to this new moon. So the new moon is always about a clean slate, like a new beginning, or it could be about potential or dreams that you have, something that that you're going to be focusing on for the next while until the full moon. You're going to start working towards it. Then we have Cancer is always about the emotions, the feelings. It's also domestic issues, home life, family nurturing, and the past in some cases, but it's always about following your feelings and building up resilience and various other things. Okay, then from there we go to Venus and Mars conjuncting in Leo. This doesn't happen very often, so to have it in Leo is wonderful because Leo is a fellow fire sign, and this will bring in a lot of that fiery element, but Venus and Mars representing the feminine and the masculine, but also many other aspects. Venus is associated also with windfalls, with all forms of beauty. Apologies for the dogs barking. So all forms of beauty, artistic activities, artistry, charm, and love, of course, all of that. And then Mars is always about action, the god of war, but this can also be about competing or defense or challenging energy, but always about action and passion and very, very direct energy. So coming into Leo, that will be on the 13th and the 14th of July. That will be when the actual conjunction is, but it will be with us for a little while. They will continue close together into Virgo. The Leo energy is always a romantic energy. It's about leadership, it's about honor, integrity, very vivacious energy, and creativity, and children can come in there in some ways as well. And it's also about the love of luxuries, a bit of spending maybe going on, but also ego and pride may come in. It may feature, for some people or some situations, but I do feel it will be a very enjoyable aspect. Then we go to Sun and Pluto. They will be opposite each other on the 18th of July. So the Sun is in Cancer and Pluto is in Capricorn. It's retrograde. So these are opposite each other. Cancer again representing all the home and family, nurturing, feelings element, domestic issues, very personal issues as well. And Pluto in Capricorn representing possibly power structures or power struggles, and authoritative figures, authoritative institutions like governments and so on. There's going to be some sort of clash or some sort of challenge to work out between these two. But it's all Capricornian energy is also about having a plan or having some kind of structure in place. It's a very ambitious energy, and a strategic energy as well. Then we go to Venus moving into Virgo on the 23rd of July, followed by Mars on the 30th of July. So they're still going to be quite close together. And obviously the Virgo energy, quite a different energy from Leo. Then we have a full moon in Aquarius. This will be on the 24th of July. It's only 1 degrees of Aquarius. But Jupiter is just 30 degrees away at the very beginning stages of Pisces on its retrograde journey back into Aquarius. So this I feel will lend, it's a harmonious angle, so I feel it will lend the Jupiter energy to full moon, which will amplify things. And then from there we go to Jupiter moving fully into Aquarius in its retrograde phase. So we will obviously be going over things we've already gone over, and this will be on the 29th of July. It will be moving back into Aquarius. So we will be repeating a few things that came up during the previous, I would say, certainly for the first part of this year at any rate, and probably further back as well. So let's see what we've got for you. 8th house, so something, a cycle shift occurring, an ending or a beginning. And we've got 9th house, so there's some travel possibly coming in for some of you. There are many other aspects. It could be studying as well, or some sort of adventure. But it could also be related to religion and belief systems as well. Then we've got 5th house, creativity, children, having fun, recreational activities, risks, and love affairs even. And then we've got, now we've got the astrology guidance. Part of fortune coming in. We've got Cancer, as I said, that Cancerian energy coming in. And then we've got Jupiter return, lovely, that's very nice energy coming in for you there. And then we've got solar eclipse revolution at the bottom of the astrology deck, so some change coming in, going to be a challenge. Let's get some goddess guidance. Sekhmet. Wants to come out as well. And Aphrodite. Bottom of the goddess deck is Mart, fairness. So if there's a decision or something coming in, or contract or document related, or a discussion or a mediation, negotiation, it could be legal matter. It could also be about some sort of judgment, either coming from you or from another, or being involved in that in some way. Mart is coming in as well. Let's get Fairy Tarot. Emperor, wow, beautiful energy coming in for you, very strong energy. For some it will be a masculine energy, and for others it's, you know, just taking charge of some sort of situation. You know, it could be taking leadership, but it's a very strong energy. Then bottom of the Fairy Tarot is Princess of Winter coming in for you, Princess of Swords energy. Let's get a Destiny card. Oh, it's actually two that want to come out. Flexibility and responsibility. Okay, let's see what we've got for you. Right, let's start here. 8th house, this is endings and beginnings. It can be symbolized by this house. So it can also be like a cycle shift, so something coming to an end and a new cycle beginning, or letting go of past things to make way for new things, or old things to make way for new things. It could just be letting go of something in general and then moving on to something else. It can also be the end of a chapter, or the beginning of a new one. Regeneration and renewal can also come into this, so whether this is applying to a relationship or to a partnership, or to some other aspect associated with the 8th house. So, you know, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. That can also come in with this. It's also associated with financial things. So this is a big finance house. So this is like taxes, inheritances, legacies, investments, banking, assets, and insurances, things like that. So that may come in. It's also about union energies, if this is appropriate for you. So this can be union as in a love relationship, but it's normally a committed relationship, or it could be a business partnership, or any other kind of relationship which has, you know, great impact at this time. So it's in that sort of coming together. It's the nuts and bolts of that energy. How is it going to come together? It's the merging of the emotional and the material resources that may be coming in for some of you. It is also about sexuality, this card as well, this energy that may be highlighted. Death, in some cases, it's normally symbolic, so this could be associated with like an ego death, or some aspect of your life is falling away to make way for something new. In some cases, it can be the passing away of somebody, hence the inheritance aspect may be coming in, or legacy. Then we have also birth. So this can be physical birth, but it's normally to do with the birthing of something, the birthing of a new idea, or a new way of life, or a new aspect, or just a new, you know, sort of financial aspect, whatever's coming in, whatever's appropriate for you. I do feel that this is like a cycle shift associated with change to do with your own personal self, your growth, your psychic knowledge may be improving at this time, or getting some sort of upgrade, if you want to call it that, or you know, some sort of improvement. But it could also be financially related as well, because we've got part of fortune. So part of fortune is often it can be a financial reward, or it can be some sort of windfall coming to you, but it's like an increase of something, and this is normally associated with efforts that you've put in. So it can be that good fortune is coming in for you, or lady luck. It's some sort of progression that's going to happen for you with this energy. It often is associated with an aspect of yourself, or an aspect of this house which has not been harnessed correctly, or just hasn't. It's starting to rise up in some way, shape, or form. So now, for some people, this will be like a talent or a skill or an ability that you have, which is now going to be, you can monetize it, or it can be used in some way to assist you financially, or it could be having some other impact on you. It could also be a business partnership, something like that, and normally it's triggered. Some sort of trigger comes along and it forces this out of you, this sort of sort of hidden ability or hidden talent. A few hidden kinds of things could even be stirred up with this, things that are coming to the fore now. So that's where the word the increase comes from. But it's normally a very fortunate aspect. It could be like support coming in for you as well, some kind of, maybe it's a financial support or some other kind of support. It's a very beneficial aspect coming in, but it could also be the reward for effort that you've put in, or it could be to do with perhaps something you've studied, or something that you've been working on for a long time, and now you're starting to reap the rewards from that. So all of these aspects coming in. We've also got Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So whatever is occurring in this house, you may just be going through a cycle shift of some sort, and you are getting support from the universe at this time, or somebody could be stepping forward at this time to assist you, or it's just arriving in some way to assist with this transition. Sometimes with the 8th house, because of that transition from one cycle to another, or the ending of something and the beginning of something else, it can get a little bit tricky or a little bit choppy in that transition period, and this is possibly where the be strong comes in. She says you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome, but it's really about your attitude and your beliefs about yourself and about this situation. This is about also perhaps kind of coming out of a sort of a personal struggle, or something that has risen up in the 8th house, so either hidden emotions or something hidden may be rising up at this time. And now you've got to deal with it, but you will get support for it. But it's about having a very positive mindset, a very victorious attitude. Don't allow naysayers and skeptics or any of those other sort of negative vibrations to pull you down or pull you off course or distract you. You're going to need courage at this time. You've got the lions there as well, but she's just very powerful. She's sitting in her chair, and there's nothing that's deterring her from going after what it is. So this is about being very focused on your goal with this situation. It could be, as I said, the rising of these talents and abilities in you, and now you are working out how to make it work for you, and you're going for it. You really are putting all your energy and your effort into this, but you're going to need a little bit of a courage, but you're also going to need to have confidence in yourself and confidence in a victorious outcome. But it's your attitude as well. You know, don't allow a negative or a sort of a lower vibrational energy to pull you down and off your path. Then we've got here the 9th house. So this is quite a broad house. I do feel it's possibly to do with your intuitions as well, because you've got Cancer here coming up. But it can be, this is the house of intuition, so all intuitive processes come in this. But it is also the house of travel. Now this can be like an international or long-distance travel coming in. It could also be your aspirations in that regard, you know. But it can, apart from a physical adventure or a physical exploration, it can also be in the mind, and this can be through study. So this can be university education or adult education or just learning something new. It can also be about the faith aspect, which comes from your intuition, but also from your belief systems, religion, philosophy, all of that. Now, you could be studying any of that as well. That may be coming in for you. But it's also about the law and the higher courts. So it may be that you have a legal process, or you have something to do with a legal process coming in. You have got Mart here. So Mart is there. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So if you are in that sort of situation, then you know, it's coming in for you, and it will be handled appropriately. So it could also be to do with something that you are expressing outwards. Now this can be through teaching, through publishing, you know, any sort of publishing where you're reaching a broad audience. This is like an international foreign, it's got that foreign or international concept to it. So you could be reaching an international audience, or lots of, you know, people around the world, whatever it is that's coming in for you. It's got that kind of feeling about it. It could even be a business where it's like import, export, or where you are learning, or you are coming into contact with others who are from a different place to you. So they are foreign or just from a different culture. So all of that coming in. It may also be to do with relationship to in-laws. Possibly that's appropriate for some of you. But it's always about the seeking of truth in some way, shape or form. And this is where the intuitive processes come in. This is where wisdom comes in, and where faith as well. You know, following a path or following a belief system, or perhaps that's getting a shift or a change at this time. Now we have got here Cancer, I feel, and then we've also got Una, easy does it. So there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So if you're planning a trip away, you know, and you're in the midst of all of that, you may just be feeling a little bit anxious about it, or you're concerned in some way about this. Or it could be to do with something that you're studying, or something that you're trying to learn at this time. You could be just concerned about that, or any of the other areas I spoke of in the 9th house. It could be a legal matter, or teaching, or you know, sort of publishing or producing, or like public relations, or anything to do with that. It's saying that just take your time with this. Don't rush, don't force things to happen. Everything is going to work out exactly as it needs to. And you know, with Una, it is about nurturing. So this is another reason why you have the Cancer card. It is about nurturing. This is about nurturing your causes, things that are close to your heart, but your beliefs. You know, you may have, your belief systems may be very different from others. There's a huge divide that is occurring in the world at the moment. So a lot of people are going one way and others are going the other, and you may be just having a bit of a you know, sort of trouble with that, or you may be feeling that, you know, there are some aspects which you just can't, you know, you're going to go your own way. So it's about pursuing your own causes, your own interests, your own feelings about things. Just stay with it, and nurture what it is that you're involved in, whatever it may be. Even if it's a relationship or something that you're trying to do in the ninth house, it takes time, it takes consistent effort, and it's about staying the course. But easy does it. There's no need to force or push. Everything is working out as it's supposed to. And that's reiterated by the Cancerian energy. This is very much a feeling energy. It's also instinctual. So go with your instincts at this time. It's ruled by the moon, which is always about your emotions. So it's your emotional life. And it can also be to do with your home life or home-related things or domestic issues or very personal issues. Children may come into this, or mothering or mother figures or aspects around the female principle or female issues. All of these do come in with this. And it could also be about looking back at the past in some way. Rearview mirror is small for a reason. I always say that because it's purposeful. You need to be moving forward, so you can bring your wisdom and your understanding from the past and apply it, so that things that you can use that wisdom to move forward at this time. But don't live in the past, don't dwell on it. Okay, it's not going to help you now. And this could also be to do with aspects of like old and new things, making old things new, or old things that are, like antiques and things like that. So certain aspects of that may come up as well at this time. So it's kind of got a lot of nostalgia, a lot of sentimentality attached to it as well. But it's essentially home or personal issues, domestic issues, or feminine things and emotions coming in there. Then we have the fifth house. So the fifth house is the house of creativity. So this is all forms of creativity. Not all of us are born artistic, but we are all creative. And it's how you use that. Now, you can use that in any way. It's the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you decorate your home, the way you work. It could be a craft that you do, whatever it is. There's something that where you can exercise your creativity. It could even be music, or the stage work, or any kind of artistic endeavor, anything to do with that. It's your individuality and your originality as well. So all of these things coming in, and it's also about your recreational activities, things that are fun and enjoyable for you. Perhaps you need to do more of this at this time, or you may be going on a trip or away somewhere where you can now do this, where you can have fun, you can relax, you can enjoy yourself, and you can do sort of fun activities, whatever that may be for you. It's about all forms of activities. Now, this could also be a sport or some kind of a physical activity, whatever is applicable for you, but whatever is fun and enjoyable and recreational for you. It can also be children. If you've got children, something may be coming up to do with them, or it could be childlike activities that you are enjoying. So just that general playfulness, your inner child, listening to that, giving that a voice, but also doing activities with your children, possibly, that may be coming in. Or if you're a teacher, this comes in, working with children as well. It is also a love affair, possibly that may be applicable for some of you, and it's all pleasurable activities around that. And in some cases, it's also about risk, some sort of risk may be required at this time, or you're contemplating that. Now, we have got here Jupiter return benefits. So we've also got Aphrodite, inner goddess. So this is saying, I do feel in this house that you do need to have more fun. You need to look after your body. You need to do things which are pleasurable for you. Looking after your body. So it could be a hairdo. It could be going to a spa. It could be doing yoga, or whatever is applicable for you, whatever you enjoy. It's about loving your body, loving who you are, and lavishing your body with all the love and care that you can. So what you would do for your best friend, you must do for yourself. And this is about inner goddess. So this is about appreciating your own goddess power, whether you're a masculine or feminine. We have both. So we've got to balance both. And so this can also be about listening to your perceptive side, your intuitive side, your more feminine side, which can be, whatever is appropriate for you. So awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So this is appreciation of your body, and a lot of self-care. Lavish yourself with self-care and enjoy pleasurable and fun activities at this time to lift your spirits, and to, to give you some sort of boost. Now, with the Jupiter return benefits, it could also be that this is something that's coming back to you now. So this could very well be a project that you're working on, a creative project, or it could be to do with your children, or somebody returning into your life from the past, like a past lover. It could also be, as I said, a risk that you're taking that's going to pay off in some way. It could also be just really looking after your energy, so that and enjoying your activities. You could also be returning to an activity or a recreational activity that you used to do before, because this is a return energy. It's a very beneficial energy. This is joy. This is optimism. This is a breakthrough. This could even be health related, but this is like getting your mojo back, or it could be support, or just a boost of some kind. It can be financial, but it can also be, as I said, a lover returning, or a love interest, or it could be that like an idea or a project or something that you had before from the past. Now this can go back up to 12 years, or it could just be from last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. But something is coming back around to you now, and it's going to bear fruit. It's going to, some sort of benefit is coming in. It could also be something that kind of crashed and burned or just didn't work, because you've got the 8th house. This is regeneration and renewal. So this could be like the rising up of the phoenix. It could be very well attached to this from the past, something that was where you poured your originality and your creativity into it, or it could be your children related, or it could be just something that is going to give you back your love of life and your mojo. It's going to restore your spirit in some way, your love and enjoyment of life. And this is coming back to you. So as I said, it's normally Jupiter's very expansive energy. This is a breakthrough. This is luck, good fortune, or a support, or a rescue, or a relief, or the return of faith even, or a person. But something coming back, something whooshing back into your life. The thing is with Jupiter return, it's quite a fast-moving energy, and it does move quite, as I said, will move through your life quite quickly. Whatever opportunities or benefits come, you must anchor them down. So if it's an opportunity or you're seeing several, follow them all. You actually have to steer your ship with this energy. You can't just let it wash over you and let it, just not do anything further from there. You do have to anchor it down. You must put effort in to actually still bring these things, the energy, of the benefits home, and anchor them down. But it's going to be a fun process, I do believe, and it's going to, whatever this fun endeavor that you going on or doing, it's going to bring some kind of benefit. You could be seeing people as well from the past, just something that is going to bring a benefit to you, and to make the most of it at this time. All right, so now we've got here at the bottom of the Fairy Tarot is a Princess of Winter. Inquisitive, truthful, realistic, and undiplomatic. So information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. Okay, so you may be an indigo child or adult, and maybe this is part of your nature, as will be inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic. So it could also be that you're coming into contact with somebody who is like this, who just tells it like it is, and has quite a sharp way about them, very inquisitive, very sharp. This is swords energy, okay? But it could also be that somewhere along the line, some information is coming to you which may not be what you were expecting, or it may bring something to you that is difficult to hear. Now, this could be related to the 8th house, all the aspects of the 8th house which I mentioned. It could be like a disappointment, or it could be that something that you thought was one way is actually another. So just see how it comes in for you. But it could also be that you perhaps need to, perhaps you are exhibiting these qualities at the moment, and speaking your truth could very well be the case here. And this is where we've got the responsibility coming in. I do feel that this is coming in for you in some way, shape, or form here. So Possibly it's your responsibility to speak your truth at this time. That may be coming in as well. Maybe you are indigo, and that is always going to be one of the aspects of an indigo person. So it could be that you need to take responsibility for your actions or for your truth and speak up. That may be important at this time. Or you may be, with the 8th house, you may be responsible for monetary concerns for others. That may be coming up, because 8th house is about dealing with other people's money. That can also come in to there. It could also be to do with a trip, or a journey, or studying. Perhaps there are quite a, you may have a few things that you have to deal with, or you have to sort of get stuck into at this time. Flexibility is coming in. I feel this could also be to do with an outcome or something that is rising up in the 8th house. And it could be that you may have had a specific outcome in mind for something, and it may not turn out exactly as you had imagined. And this is where the flexibility comes in. So you may have to change your plans, or you may have to, be a bit more flexible about how or when that outcome is going to come up. Or it's the process that you're going to go through to get to that outcome. You may just need to be a bit more flexible. You may need to be more financially flexible, or to do with this journey or the studying or some other aspect of the 9th house, So just see how this, it could even be children related, Okay, so we have also got the solar eclipse revolution coming in. So this is saying that this energy is coming in for you. It is saying that this is all about your self-mastery. This energy can be, can bring in a sudden shift or a change, and now you're kind of forced into the present moment to deal with it. It can be quite an upheaval that comes in. Now this could be like something like a move, or somebody leaving your life, or changing neighborhoods, or it could be a professional change, as in changing a position, or the company gets changed in some way, or the place that you're working. This can bring in any kind of change associated with relationships, professions, what you're doing in your life, and then also to do with relocation or moving. Now you have got the 9th house, so it could involve a journey of some kind, and 8th house endings and beginnings. So it looks like something that has been in your life will fall away and something new will come in. So it could be to do with that. It could also be to do with, maybe that you need to dive into a current situation to fix, change, or create something better. And you will create something much better once you've been through that transition. So it's like, as I said, it's quite possible that something that you thought was going to occur a certain way, you may need to rearrange it or change something or create something better from that to get to the outcome that you want. It's that kind of energy. But most of all, it's about, as I said, self-mastery. So this is your attitude and your beliefs about yourself and about others and about the situation, but it's your approach to the situation. Yes, a change will come in, or you may need to, as I said, really apply your skills to fix or change something or create something better. But it's your attitude to that. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can manage this. Yes, I will, just do the best I can and tackle it as, with an open heart. That's kind of the energy that comes in. Very, very, it's a strong learning curve, but it's to do with self-mastery, getting your emotions under control and knowing that any change that comes in like this is important and necessary, and it's about your growth. And this is, again, what often comes in with the 8th house. It's about growth. Now, with the Mars, as I said, fairness, so this could be related to, it could be to do with a legal situation or a contract or a document, but it could also be to, as I said, this outcome that you are waiting for. It might turn up to be a little bit different from what you had imagined, or you're not seeing all the different aspects. So, whatever it is, put your case forward, do everything you can to go forward. But if possible, just detach from a specific outcome. Put your case forward, but rather work on a resolution or a solution than driving for a particular outcome. Because what she's saying is that there are many ways to get to a decision, and there are many points of view, and you can only see yours. All right. So there are a number of points of view here, and rather work on a resolution than gunning for a particular outcome. You know, be flexible about the outcome, or be flexible about how you're going to get to this outcome, and then just move forward step by step. There's no need to rush. Everything is working out perfectly. You don't need to force things, which is sometimes what she's referring to here. Detach from a specific outcome and hand it over to the universe, to Mart, and let them bring in this result. It could also be associated with something perhaps you are involved with, and you're hoping for a fair outcome, or you are perhaps applying for a different position or a new position, or you're relocating, you're just hoping for a fair outcome, or that things will work out well. You may have property involved, or there may be some sort of shift or change regarded to your home, because you have got the Cancer energy coming in. Maybe you're moving, and you're hoping that things will wrap up so that you can move forward. And she's saying that there will be a fair outcome, whatever is coming in, or it could be job related. Perhaps you're trying something new or going after something, and you're hoping that the paperwork that you get, or the position will be what you want, and there is a fair outcome here. Finally, with the Emperor, we've got the number 4 here. Maybe the number 4 is appropriate for you or important for you, but it's saying 4 symbolizes stability coming. So have faith in things moving around in the background that you are not aware of at this time. And this can, as I said, can often come in with the Mart energy, that you may not be able to see all the roads and probabilities to get to your destination. So just be flexible about that. And says, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. So as I said, this may be somebody coming in, or somebody you're meeting. It could be with the solar eclipse, you may be changing your profession, or changing where you're working, and you may be now coming into contact with somebody who is a fair and compassionate, a firm and compassionate leader. Or it may be that you need to step into this role. You need to take on the Emperor role, which is the ultimate leader. This is the ultimate in applying structure and getting things done. Successful, very abundant, very wise energy. There's also a heart there, so this could be love related as well. This could be to do with a partner. With the 5th house, it's a love affair, and you could have somebody coming back into your life from some other time. But I do feel it's also about possibly either moving, or to do with a profession change, or some sort of shift or a relocation, or perhaps you're changing your financial profile, or your partnership, or something like that. And it's saying use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized. So there's going to be quite a bit to do, and there's flexibility is going to be required, and responsibility for your part of the deal. Okay, but this is about bringing structure in, and bringing that beautiful Emperor energy in to your life. It could also be that you are going into a structure, whether it's a profession or some other place that you're now moving to, or going into, which has a lot of authority. And this, this person could really be exhibiting this, or it could be representing a male figure coming into your life at this time. Okay, Aries, hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Have a wonderful month. And don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And I will see you next time.